Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have for you the third part of our series where I interviewed Paul Lazenby about his time in Pancrase. At this rate, I may be finished sometime between now and the inevitable heat death of the universe. But first, let us hear from Mr. Lazenby about his upcoming opponent, Takaku Fuke.
Yeah, Fouquet was a really nice guy, and actually, that was a mistake on my part, is mistaking kindness for a lack of dangerousness when we did fight, because I got too used to seeing him as a friendly guy, and I really should have. I was still a very very new fighter, and now it's different. But at the time, that Fouquet fight made me realize that you have to have a switch that you flick, and when you get in the ring, that person across from you is your enemy, and you do everything you can to destroy him, and you treat them like an enemy. You don't, even if it's your best friend, he's not your best friend right now. And I made that mistake with Fouquet. I got a little bit too relaxed in the ring, and I treated it like one of our training sessions when we were rolling. But he was always extremely nice to me. He's such a nice dude. In fact, I still vividly remember during the Suzuki hazing incident, we were supposed to just be grappling. And my double leg takedowns at the time were bad enough to give any decent wrestling coach a fit. So I'm shooting these sloppy double legs, and he's sprawling. And then at one point, I guess he'd had enough, and he kneed me in the face as hard as he could. I know he was trying to knock me out. And thankfully, I've got a very good chin. So I saw a big white flash, and I stood up and shook it off, and I'm ready to go again. The Suzuki, he let me know that I was bleeding very, very badly. And I turn around, and Fouquet is already standing by the side of the mat with a tube of crazy glue, where he's been waiting with it for several minutes. So that kind of told me that that this is something that was probably set up in advance, and everybody knows that this is where I'm going to get tested. And he was just waiting for the first time something bad happened. So I went over, and Fouquet patched up my cut with crazy glue, and I got back on the mat and got murdered for another 15 minutes. So yeah, nothing but good things to say about him. But like I said, I underestimated him because of his kind nature, and I got my ankle broken during that fight as a result, and didn't even realize it until several weeks later.
And thank you very much, Mr. Lazenby, even with the slight spoiler there for partway through the fight. So at some point in the match, Lazenby's going to get his ankle broken. But this is, of course, his third match against the OG Pancrase boy, Takaku Fuke. It should be kind of an interesting match. This one was actually second on the card, but because I'm a lazy shit, I decided not to record it because I didn't want to edit all Paul Lazenby's voice lines together. And then I actually did it, and he only talks about Takaku Fuke for like 2 5-minute periods. It's perfect. So that made life easy once I actually decided to do it. Anyone who has Netflix might remember seeing Lazenby in Wu Assassins for about 30 seconds. Nice palm strikes here, big slaps, big knees. And then Fouquet manages to catch the ankle and finish the single leg. Nicely done, Fouquet. Good striking from Lazenby. And a great cradle finish to the single leg there. Lazenby doing a good job of getting his hips away, but leaving his head down. So Fouquet caught it and took him down. Underutilized IMO, but then of course I don't actually wrestle people who know how to wrestle properly, so maybe it doesn't work on someone who's, done it their whole life. Lazenby just holding on for dear life on the bottom of half guard here. Something else that Paul Lazenby was in recently was Paper Champions. It is on Amazon Video, and it is fucking hilarious. Nice backstep pass by Takaku Fuke, but hips too close to Lazenby, and Lazenby pops up and takes top position, going to Kezugatami. Because the issues with Kezugatami is, it is unless you're very, very good at it, it is a very sweepable position, and looks like Fuke's going to pop his head out the back, looking for the back take. Nice turnover from Paul Lazenby to prevent the back take there, but now he is on the bottom of Takaku Fuke's mount. You can see the elbow taped up for Paul there. That is an injury from a month ago when he got his arm mercilessly hammerlocked by Masakatsu Funaki. Stiff arming away, not super clever, but he is very strong, so I'm thinking that Fuke probably wouldn't be able to finish the armbar. And Fuke gets lazy with his weight and posture and just gets stiff armed down to the bottom of guard. Nicely timed, Mr. Lazenby, well done. Working classic big man top game, putting pressure on the throat and neck of Takaku Fuke. It'll force some sort of movement. And Fuke is trying to switch out to the side, working for a flower sweep, and then switching to the armbar. Classic combination, but kind of slow, kind of loose, so I don't expect to see the finish from that one. In fact, he's trying to switch back from a triangle. Nice tight elbows from Paul Lazenby there, keeping everything in nice and close. And he has passed off the triangle attempt. Nicely done. And gone to a cradle himself. Got to love cradles. They are just absolutely great. Fuke pops his head free. Lazenby working the hammerlock or V1 armlock, or attempting to. Fuke smartly trapping the bicep and keeping him away. Then trapping the hips, probably trying to regard. Oh, misses the opportunity there, and the hammerlock's coming from Lazenby. And he's given up on that because of the tight elbows of Fuke, and the referee has decided, stand up. Fixes the duds of Paul Lazenby. Right, backfighting. Nice kick from Lazenby. Good front kick. Legs moving way better for Paul, but he is overcommitting on the forward charge and gets taken down. He did that against Masakatsu Funaki too. He discovers that he can hit people, runs forward, and then ends up on his back. It is unfortunate. Briefly attempting a guillotine there, misses that. See the top guard work from Takaku Fuke. Probably thinking about a leg lock. No, then goes back to guard. So, very briefly, Paper Champions. Paper Champions is the sort of story of an indie baroque wrestling organization, I believe, in like Northern America, Ontario or Canada or Minnesota or somewhere around there. And Lazenby plays a sort of old wrestler who's the trainer now called Duke. And he had a great career in Japan, apparently. And this is great. There's this little scene where they discover like all this leftover recalled energy drink, which is Duke's Disco Juice, and there's this great the poster is one of Paul Lazenby's old headshots, and it's just his head with like exploding lines around it and Disco Juice, and it's amazing. And I just want a high quality version of that photo so I can put it on my wall. Backstep into the knee bar from Takaku Fuke here. Into what modern leg lock gamers will recognize as inside Sankaku. Lazenby pulling on the waist, not smart, not going to help him get out of this. And a nice toe hold attempt from Fuke. Lazenby's got his foot on the ropes. And that, I believe, is the broken ankle that would come back to haunt Lazenby later in his life. A little limp, but he's still standing around on it, so tough son of a bitch he is. Palm strikes. Kick from Takaku Fuke, and then a double leg as he feels the weight of Lazenby coming forward. Nice opportunistic takedown, not highly technical, but well done. Now on top to Neon Belly Ride, I think the better control for the bigger man, because you're not really relying on weight. Well, all your weight's through 1 point. And if the big man pushes up on you like that, you can float over and maintain control. And floating control, I found, is a lot better for bigger, stronger dudes than actually trying to put your weight on them when you are significantly smaller than you and they can just bench you. But yeah, so Paul Lazenby Disco Juice. When can we get an official version of that poster? Shoddy knee bar attempt from Takaku Fuke there. Leaves himself open to defense from Paul Lazenby, and Lazenby comes up on top. Nicely timed Lazenby, poorly timed Fuke. Smart top play from Lazenby there. The ridiculous improvement of Lazenby's ground game from literally 2 months ago to now is just ridiculous. I believe I've said ridiculous too many times in that sentence. Mind you, getting assaulted and tortured by Minoru Suzuki every day probably would improve anybody's ground game in the period of 2 months. Now just attempting to squeeze off the noggin of Takaku Fuke, leaves himself open to the back take, and Fuke's on top in half guard. A dangerous spot. considering that Fuke has some nice and tight leg locks. In fact, I think it's either Fuke or Shibuya, but they're the first guys I see like really, really getting tight with that leg lock control. I'm gonna have to credit Fuke because no one likes Osamu Shibuya. Back to that floating control, back to Neon Belly. Like you can see there, wasting all the energy of Paul Lazenby pushing up, and then just dives on this leg lock into the straight ankle lock attempt. Trying to lock up that inside triangle, realizes he's not going to get it. Thinking about the heel hook, then remembering that they're illegal. Lazenby smartly trying to pull up. Oh, that's not good. Don't try to explode away, trying to get your weight back on that leg, Mr. Lazenby. This is not good. Fuke reaching for a modified lock. He did try that a couple of times against Delucia, maybe? Outside Senkaku, few modern leg lock people. Oh, yeah, here it is, that modified heel hook attempt, and that is tight, that is nasty, and the tap from Paul Lazenby and the potential explosion of the knee. So both of his legs got fucked in that match. But you can tell he doesn't look too... He's sort of smiling, just like, fucking idiot. But he's also like, well, you know what? I'm here on nothing but lies, so I did pretty well. Oh, nice little cuddle from the boys. That's good to see. You can see that Takaku Fuke is sort of consoling him. Extremely happy to have won, but he's like, oh my god, I hope I didn't hurt him. And there we go, your winner, Takaku Fuke. Just 2 seconds, if I remember correctly, he does something cool here. Takes out his mouth guard, calls up a young boy. I believe this is one of the Daisukes, either Daisuke Ishii or Daisuke Watanabe. Not 100% sure, because when I see them next, they have hair. Runs the ropes, over the head, nice high bounce, big tiger mask, spinning back kick to the face of the young boy there. Love that shit from Takaku Fuke. Alright, thanks very much, and we shall hear Mr. Lazenby's thoughts on the rest of the fight.
Now, it was me waiting too long. And again, it spoke to my inexperience as a fighter, where one thing with leg locks is it takes a relatively long amount of time for the pain signals to go from your leg to your brain. If somebody's messing with your neck, your brain knows it a lot quicker. So I would tend to fight leg locks a bit more, but do it very, very wrong. And so by the time I realized something was wrong, it was too late. You know, that actually happened with the arm lock with Funaki, where I waited too long to tap. So with Fuke, yeah, I got too lazy. You know, he was setting up a leg lock, and I got too lazy and didn't fight out of it as vigorously as I should have done. And yeah, when he did clamp it on, that was where I learned the lesson that, you know, if he had been doing that in the dojo, he would have done it in a very measured fashion and given me a lot of time to tap. But this is a fight, and it's different, and that means that in a fight context, if you get a limb, you try to break that limb, or you try to tear the muscles in that limb or the ligaments in that limb. And he did exactly what any fighter should have done. He tried to break that ankle, and he did. And it actually wasn't until 2008 when I injured the ankle again, and they saw evidence of an old break, that I realized the bone had actually been broken. But thankfully, it held up on the day. And Fuke being Fuke, after the fight, he came running over to my dressing room with tears in his eyes. He felt so bad about having injured my leg, and I had to repeatedly assure him that, dude, that was my fault. I let you have that leg, and you were only doing what any fighter would have done.
So that's it from Paul on the subject of his fight with Fuke. We'll be back for his last match in Pancrase in, sometime between now and the end of the universe. I hope you enjoyed that, ladies and gentlemen, and I shall see you all next time.